Papasquatjon, coming at ya. Hey, I'm doing 3 videos tonight. This first one is video 1998. Then we're going to do 999, and then we're going to do 2000. And if if you're curious about what I'm going to do, video number 2000, I'm going to go back and watch the very first video I ever did and react to my own reaction. And I know it will be cringeworthy. Let's see, everything else going on here. I forgot to pull up Babytron info. He's coming to Numos in Seattle on July 6th. Tickets are only $27 to $30. If you're interested in seeing him, please do so. I'll also include, I think this is probably the last day I'll do it, the link to the mixtape that I found the other day in my stuff as I was packing up because I got to move soon. And this is a mixtape that I got from a friend in like 1984. And it's full of a bunch of music from that time period and a few years earlier. But you can hear what I was listening to when I was 14 or 15 years old. And it should be kind of fun. I listened to it the other day, and it's definitely a mixtape of a bunch of crazy stuff. So let's get into the music. The first one here is from one of my patrons. If you want to become a Patreon, if you want to become a patron, you can go to my Patreon. Information is down below in the description here, just below where that mixtape is listed. And but this comes from Chris, who sent in a ton of music. I'm actually really happy to have Chris on here for these 3 videos here that I'm going to be doing, because he represents people like Simon, HC, Jalen, God, so many other people. A bunch of my other patrons, Hater Watch, Alina. Lots of great people who have sent me music over the past couple of years, and I know I've missed some people. I'm trying to do it off the top of my head, and I shouldn't do that, but thank you to everybody who sent in money. I appreciate it. Let's get into this. So this is Shinigami. I figured that was a good choice because I've found that the last couple of tracks we listened to from Shinigami I've liked very, very well. And we're also the next video is going to be Isaiah Tiji, a song called Sword. But let's listen to Brite from Shinigami. 3 minutes, 29 seconds. This is of an album called Luna, and produced by Shinigami as well. Came out in 2017. And Luna has 10 tracks on it, and this is the 3rd one. This is listed as rap, lullaby, electronic trap, cloud rap, emo rap, and emo. Lullaby. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything listed as lullaby. Well, let's check it out. 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Brite from Shinigami. Thanks again to Chris. Let's do it. I'll bring lyrics over. Oh, it is very lullaby-y, isn't it?
Such a nightmare, this just doesn't feel right. You think that I don't care, you know I'm not alright. Stuck inside the same page, hoping that I'll be fine. Sleeping with the nightlight, shining like a light bright. Staring at my ceiling, hiding from my feelings. Tired of the same shit, telling mom I'm leaving. Playing PlayStation, I'll call you back later. I'm so sick of waiting, can you do me a favor? Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away, I just can't deal with you. Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away, I just can't deal with you.
So I want to go through some of those lyrics because I find them kind of interesting as I'm reflecting on them here. This is such a nightmare. This just doesn't feel right. You think that I don't care. You know I'm not all right. Stuck inside the same page. Like you read the same page over and over and you're just stuck there, like that sort of idea, or like he's a character on a page and the story never progresses, right? Interesting kind of verbal visual. description. That's what that would be. A verbal visual is a description. Hoping that I'll be fine. Sleeping with a night light. Shining like a shite bright. Oh, shining like a light bright. Okay, so it just tells you what a light bright was. It was a popular toy that came out in the 60s. I remember I had one as a kid. I don't know if it was my parents would have been much too old, so it must have been probably my sister's or mine or something like that. But I remember playing with the light bright. It was like the poor man's computer before we had home computers, and you could just make little pictures with these colored little plastic things that you stick in holes of things of black paper that had a light shining behind it. I'm sure it caught fire all the time. Mine did not, thankfully. Let's see. He does then say, I'm so sick of waiting. Can you do me a favor? And this is interesting because the verse here, staring at my ceiling, hiding from my feelings, tired of the same shit, tell my mom I'm leaving, playing PlayStation, I'll call you back later. I'm so sick of waiting. Can you do me a favor? This is what I find interesting is this is part of the verse, and then the bridge is the thing he's asking you to do, which is kind of cool. Can you do me a favor? Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away. I just can't deal with you. And he repeats that again. What a cool idea is to have the verse lead into a bridge that is the thing he wants to tell you. It is such a cool idea. It is such a cool... What is the comment here? Shinigami asks everyone who listens to leave him alone and not talk to him, even if they care about him. This is elaborated on in the bridge of the song and shows that Shinigami would rather be alone to deal with his problems than place the burden on those around him. I could see that as one possible reading. I could also see a reading of... if he is famous enough for this, like, I just want to be left alone. Like, if you know who I am, if you see me out, I don't want to deal with you, right? Like, I have my own life, I have my own shit I need to worry about, the things I need to do, the stuff I need to get through the day. And he strikes me as somebody who probably, I don't know for sure, probably has a bit of anxiety about things. And maybe this is what he needs to get through the day. He doesn't want to have a lot of social interaction. He doesn't want to have to deal with the stress of talking to people and dealing with people. He would much rather be in his own head, which allows him the space to be creative, to get through the day, even to do what he needs to do, to spend his spoons the way he needs to survive, right? Like, that's what I kind of get out of this too. If you don't know the spoon theory, I guess look it up. It's like you only have so many spoons that you can dedicate to things. I don't know why it's spoons. Like you're eating soup? I don't know. And once you're out of spoons, you're done. You're just done for the day. You're like, I can't deal with anything else. I can't do it. I just don't want to. And so he's trying to conserve his energy to do the things that he really needs to do. It's an interesting idea. I'm liking this. The sound of this is very, very cool. It is definitely very lullaby-like, and I like it. His voice in this is interesting because I pick up on whatever accent he might have. What does this say here about Shinigami? Named after Japanese spirits of death, sure. Music ranging from electronic and lullaby-infused trap to electro house and fast-paced pop. Doesn't say where he is from, or at least I'm not seeing it here. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. The distortions are very cool in this.
This is such a nightmare. This just doesn't feel right. You think that I don't care. You know I'm not alright. Stuck inside the same page, hoping that I'll be fine. Sleeping with the nightlight, shining like a light bright. I just need to move on. I've been waiting too long. feel like myself again, to feel like I never left, hiding from the gallows, hang my head down low, walking in the shadows, feeling fucking shallow. Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away, I just can't deal with you. This is such a nightmare, this just doesn't feel right. You think that I don't care, you know I'm not alright. Stuck inside the same page, hoping that I'll be fine. Sleeping with the nightlight, shining like a light bright. Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away, I just can't deal with you. Just leave me alone when I ask you to. Silence by myself is all I ask of you. You tell me that you care, but I don't think you do. I need to get away, I just can't deal with you.
I like that track. I don't know if this is a song that I mean, despite how much I like it, I don't think this is a song that I would want to download, because I think the lullaby style of it, the yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That feeling that the lullaby, that those notes give it, would make it stand out too much to me on a random playlist, which is what I listen to in the car. It would stand out in not a good way, right? Like, I could hear this maybe 3-4 times, and then every time it would come up, I would want to skip over it. And that's kind of unfortunate, because it is actually a really good song, and I like what he's got going on here. One of the things that I thought was really cool here was this chorus and bridge section. Let's see if I can back up to where he was doing that, because there's kind of a cool thing where he's doing the lines from both the chorus and the bridge, and he's kind of layering them, like the bridge is sort of underneath the chorus. Just leave me alone. Yes, the bridge is underneath the chorus, so that he's singing loudly the chorus, this is such a nightmare, this just doesn't feel right, and then underneath it, kind of like singing in the round. And I've only had like maybe 1 or 2 other songs that I've listened to on the channel that has done anything in a round, like Frere Jacques, blah 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 blah. Are you sleeping, brother John? That would be the English version, if I'm remembering correctly. And then another group comes in and starts singing the same thing when that verse is over, and it kind of creates this, well, it's a very kid way of singing, right? Like, it's something that you do in grade school, at least in the States, where you would sing a song in rounds. And so one group would start singing one verse, and then another group would come in, and then you kind of go back and forth and do that same thing. And but this section of this song reminds me of that quite a bit. Let's see if I went back far enough.
Doesn't feel right, you think that I don't care, you know I'm not alright, stuck inside the same page, hoping that I'll be fine.
But I think that's kind of a cool thing to do, because it gives it, like, it even reinforces the lullaby idea that it's like a music for kids sort of thing, even though this is clearly not a song for children. But I thought that was neat. I thought it was a neat thing to include, something that people don't frequently do at all in music, is to do that singing in rounds, especially in rap, cloud rap, lullabies, like all this stuff that this is labeled. Very cool song. I really am liking Shinigami. I wish, I don't want to say I wish this wasn't so much of a lullaby, but I wish this was a song that I wanted to listen to over and over and over, because it is worthy of that. It just, like I said, would kind of stand out in a way that I would go, skip this one, I don't want to hear this right now. And I don't know how often I would be interested in hearing something that sounds like this. But there you go. Good stuff. So that was video 1998. Yes. I'll be back with a couple more. Pop Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye.